Welcome. This guide is designed to assist individuals with online filing of their Alaska Permanent Fund Dividend applications. It was created by the PFD Division Office in collaboration with MyAlaska and the Alaska State Library's Alaska OWL program and is provided as a public service. Contact information for each of these agencies is included at the end of the guide. Information given here does not preclude, supersede, or otherwise modify the State of Alaska statutes and regulations pertaining to the PFD program. The PFD application filing period begins January 1st and ends March 31st each year. All applicants are invited to use the online filing process, which is quick, convenient, and secure. But remember that each individual must have a separate application completed and signed. Applicants who also wish to electronically sign their online application can do so with a validated MyAlaska account. For more information about MyAlaska, please see the links at the end of the guide. To start the online filing process, go to the PFD Division website at www.pfd.alaska.gov. Look for the Test Your Browser link to make sure your browser program or device is compatible with a PFD online application. If the system tests come back negative, first try to add the PFD website to your browser's list of trusted sites, or try to file from another computer. If you want to file and sign your application all together, and you know your MyAlaska account name and password, click the button to apply with an electronic signature. If you're filing for the first time or prefer to file your application now and deliver or mail in a printed signature page, click the button that says Apply Online with a printed signature page. With the exception of the MyAlaska login at the beginning and the e-signing ceremony at the end, the rest of the following steps will apply to both selections. If you opted to file with an electronic signature, you'll be redirected to the state's MyAlaska login page. To attach any signature to your application, you'll need to have completed the MyAlaska identity verification process to validate the account. The first page of the application looks like this. If you signed in with a MyAlaska account, it will be indicated in the upper right corner. Anywhere in the application that you see this blue and white question mark, you can click it for helpful details or clarifications. Remember that once you start the application, you should not hit the back button in your browser. Use the navigation links that will appear on the right side of the screen if you have to go back and correct an answer. Click the Statute Details link and check the acknowledgement after reading it. For this example, we'll select the application that an adult would file for themselves. Here is the Applicant Details page. Items marked with a red asterisk are required fields, and others may become required depending on answers and selections. If you're signed in with the same MyAlaska account that you e-signed with in the previous year, some fields in the application may be auto-filled with the information you provided last year. Take special care to check that all of your answers are correct and current. One change to note for 2014 is that the zip code field has been moved to the top of the address blocks, and a subroutine will look up and fill in the city and state for you. You can pick from other candidate matches with the drop-down or tab into the field to enter your own value if you really want to. The next page has the main questions, and each question must be answered before moving on. Please read them carefully and use the help icon if needed. You can choose to have your dividend payment direct deposited to a bank or other financial institution in Alaska, or receive payment via a special state-secured check called a warrant. In either case, payments are made as eligibility is determined starting the first week of October. If you indicate that you would like your PFD tax statement sent electronically, you must provide an email address. When prompted, submit details for periods of absence outside Alaska, including a reason code, start and end dates, and any other useful details. If you're not sure which reason code to use, click the blue and white help icon. You can enter multiple absence periods, but they cannot overlap each other. State regulations require PFD applicants to disclose absences from the state of Alaska to the division upon request. Provide complete and accurate additional details if prompted about citizenship, spouse name, or birth name. Note that providing spouse information here does not constitute filing an application for him or her. Your spouse will still need to file their own application to be eligible to receive their own dividend. Supplemental questions may be asked to assist the division in determining applicant eligibility in accordance with state statutes and regulations. Please be thorough and accurate in reading and answering. Click the Help icon where available and as needed. Give names and contact data for adult Alaska residents who have reasonable knowledge of your presence and residency in Alaska. Like the address fields, this information may be pulled forward from your last year's application if you're signed in with the same MyAlaska account. You will still need to look it over and attest that it is accurate. On the next page, you can review your answers one last time. If you need to go back and correct an answer, remember to use the navigation links on the right-hand side and not the back button in your browser program. When you're ready to send your answers, click the button at the bottom of the page labeled Submit Application. If you opted to electronically sign your application, the signing ceremony will begin and the PFD signature page will be presented in a pop-up window. This is the same page that you would print and send in if you had chosen that option. When you have read through the statement of certification, click the button labeled Sign with MyAlaska at the bottom. You'll then be presented with the MyAlaska electronic signature terms. To finalize your e-signature, enter your MyAlaska password in the space provided and click Sign and Submit. At the end of the MyAlaska signing ceremony, you should receive a MyAlaska e-signature code. This is not the same as your PFD filing confirmation. It is proof from the MyAlaska system that your account was used to certify an official transaction with the state of Alaska, and a copy of this code will be sent to the email address that you have on file with them. If the signing ceremony fails for any reason, you will be prompted to try again. If the process fails multiple times, the PFD division advises that you submit the application without the electronic signature for now and send in a printed signature page. After submitting your application and possibly e-signing, you will be presented with a page where you can choose to participate in voluntary programs for veteran services or charitable contributions through the Pick, Click, Give program. Check the programs you want to participate in and click the Next Step button at bottom. Additional pages with instructions may appear for each choice. If you pledge a donation to a Pick, Click, Give organization, you'll receive a separate email confirmation of it to the address you provided earlier in the application. Please note that you may have received multiple automated email messages by the time you finish the online filing process. One email confirming submittal of your PFD application to the address you entered on the application itself. A second email confirming signing with your MyAlaska account to the email address you provided to MyAlaska when you enrolled. And a possible third email confirming a Pick, Click, Give donation pledge, also to the address entered on the PFD application. Finally, you reach the Congratulations page. Please note the following sections. First, the filing confirmation number and filing time are right at the top of the page. If you provided an email address earlier, you'll receive an automated message from the Department of Revenue with this confirmation number. If it should become necessary to show the PFD division a proof of filing, that email or a printout of this page can serve that purpose. Below the confirmation number, there's a section titled, What Do I Need to Do Now?, which may have reminders or instructions for additional items to provide the division before your eligibility can be fully determined. These reminders would also be included in the confirmation email. Next, there's a link to view a copy of your application as a PDF document. Finally, there'll be a link to the signature page. If e-signing with MyAlaska failed or you chose the printed signature page option, you'll need to print the PDF document from the link and mail or deliver it to the division address given below. That concludes this guide on filing online for an Alaska Permanent Fund Dividend. You can check the status of your dividend application through PFD's secure applicant portal, MyPFD Info. Please allow 2 to 3 business days for new applications to appear there. If you have questions, concerns, or curiosity about any of the programs, services, or agencies mentioned in this guide, please refer to the following additional resources.